Hey guys, so I wanted to make this video as a Valentine's Day special for you guys, and in honor of that I remembered of this story time about the one that got away. And so I wanted to quickly tell you guys this story. I hope you guys enjoy, relax, grab your snacks, grab your drink, and let's get started. So this was my senior year of high school, and which is actually one of the worst ones, which that's for another story time. But the only good thing that happened was this really cute guy I had in my multicultural lit class, which that's what it was called. I don't know. Okay, anyways. And so he it's senior year. Like, I never saw him throughout my whole course of going there, which is weird because later on I like found this photo of me and my friend and he's in the background. Like, what are the odds of that? So I'll try to insert it here if I can find it. I walk in first day, and quick little side note, my first day when I walked in there, I didn't notice him because I had seen my ex. He was like, the way the class is set up, you like walk in and there's like desks on this side and desks on the other side, so you're just facing each other. Like, I've never seen a setup like that before. And of course it's right across from my ex, and I'm like, oh my god, like, how is this year? I'm not even gonna be able to fit. Like, of course it just gets worse. The next day he ended up leaving that class, or I don't know if he talked to somebody to switch him out, but he was not there anymore. So anyways, back to the story. So I start noticing this guy, and again, like, it's so weird because one day I had like my really good friend Victor. Shout out Victor if he's watching this video. I was recording Victor one day because there was like these steps, like a little ladder, in front of the desk, or in front of the class. And him being him, he's like, hey, record me, like, I don't know, just whatever. And so I hold my phone, I'm recording. The next thing you know, this guy, this cute guy walks by. We'll call him C because that's the letter of his first name starts with. Yeah, and so from there, that's where like everything just sparks. And so I start telling my friend Victor, like, hey, hook it up for your girl, like, you know what to do. Except he didn't, because clearly here we are. No, I'm kidding. But anyways, so one day he goes up to C and he's just like, hey, like, my friend over there. It was really one of those, you guys. And tell me why, like, I sat in this, like, I was in the corner of the class, like the corner of the class, the very back row, last row, and he was directly opposite the last row corner. Boom. So, like, because one day my friend Victor just goes up to him and I'm like, no, 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 like, sit down. But he actually doesn't, because he doesn't care, obviously. And he's just like, so my friend over there thinks you're cute, blah, 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 blah. And C's just like, really? Like, what's she like? And then my friend Victor's like, she's funny, she's cool, whatever. And then they end up exchanging Snapchats, which I'm like, okay. And so eventually, like, Victor just starts talking to him for me. And I always like would tell Victor, like, what did he say, what did he say? And he would like send me screenshots, and it'd be the same thing, like, oh, like, tell me more about her, blah, blah, blah. And like, already I was like, why can't you just like add me or like ask me, you know? Nothing. Both days are just awkward in class because I have to see him. And keep in mind, you guys, like, we didn't say anything. He never looked at me too, which was another like weird thing, because like if you like someone, you're gonna like, you know, share eye contact or like bump into them. Any little thing. Nothing. I got nothing, you guys. And so yeah, class would just go by, and this was like my everyday dilemma. I was like, I'm gonna go up to him and talk to him. No, today I'm gonna go up to him, talk to him. And I never went up to him, which we'll get into that. So one day, it's another brand new day in class, and we have this little like assignment where, you know, the teacher hands out a piece of paper and you have to write about a certain topic, and then you would like go give it to her once you're done, and whoever the next person's finished, that's who you would get to like grade their paper and stuff. And tell me why. Of course, me and my friend Victor plan out like, hey, when you're done, me and you, we're gonna swap papers. Can you guys guess what happens? Me and Vic, I'm the first one done, because like writing is my ish. Victor was still not done, and so he was like, wait for me. And so he finally finishes, and we go up. Guess who finishes at the same time? C. Sí, señor. C ends up finishing at the same time, and I'm like, I'm just standing there, and me and Victor are just staring at each other like, So me in my little heart, I'm like, oh my god, give me C's paper. No, this other guy ends up finishing. So the weird thing is the teacher ends up giving Victor C's paper, and I get this other random guy's, and I'm like, of course. And like I like whispered to Victor, I'm like, give me his paper. But we couldn't, because Victor got his and he got C's. So, but I'm like, bro, what are the odds? And so that was just one little incident that happened. Other little things would just be like, we would have to like walk to the library and like pick out a book, and he'd be like the last one walking, and I'd be like in my head like, I'm gonna talk to him. But the problem was, he always had like it was like one or two friends with him at all times. They would like never leave him by himself. If they had, I would have 100% gone up to him, but he was always with his friends, and I didn't want to be like, hey, can I borrow him? Like, what? So I just let it be. He would be like right behind us, and then like we'd walk in, sit down at these tables, and I would always think he's gonna like sit with us, or I always was scared that Victor was gonna be like, hey, C, come sit down with us, but he never did that. And yeah, just like little things, because you know, you spend every day together, and you just expect him to like finally come up to you, but no. And so I, especially back in high school, obviously, like I was always like, no, the guy has to make the first move. Now I don't really care. I mean, I still believe that ish, but like it's 2022. But yeah, so I was just always waiting for that sign, and I never got it, because like I said, he could have asked my friend Victor for my, like, literally anything. And so I was so sad because I never got nothing. I think, I'm trying to think what would be the closest thing. Like another little incident, because one day I had to I knew he didn't ride the bus, because when you ride the bus you go this way to the right, and when you don't, you go to the left, basically the front of the building. And so I was like, I was never like, oh my god, he drives. Like, no, I didn't care about that. But that was kind of like attractive, because you know, in high school, having your own car, like all that stuff, it's like, what a big deal. And so one day I had to wait out there with my best friend. I don't know who picked us up, what happened, but we were just there. And since I told my best friend everything at the time, she was like, oh my god, is that him? And I was like, yeah. And then I don't remember if she said like you should go talk to him or something, but again he was like with his friend. I was like, no, like. And but then I just ended up seeing what car he drove, which was a Mustang, the same as my brother. So I was like, oh my god, like I, me being a girl, I was like, oh my god, we could drive to school. He could pick me up. Yeah, no. But yeah, so it's actually, the title of this video is The One That Got Away, but in reality, it should be called The One That Never Paid Attention to Me, because that's just the truth. And I always, you know, didn't want to admit it or like accept it, because like I genuinely like this kid, and I'm not saying that because he drove. Like, this was way before I knew that, and it was just because I felt like we could have had some similarities and we could have really bonded. Because another big thing too, though, why he never came up to me or whatever, because he was super shy and I was super shy, but I felt like that could have helped both of us. So yeah, he never came up to me or asked for my number, my Snapchat, nothing. So moral of the story is, if you like this guy, this girl, go up to them. It doesn't matter, because most likely 9 times out of 10 they like you too. They just can't go up to you because they're shy or who knows what, but always take the chance, because if I could go back I would. And yeah, you never know where you could end up or what could happen. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I forgot to mention, by the way, but he found out that he was from Spain. Oh my god. And that he played soccer. Victor did tell me though that when he spoke, his English was broken a little bit because of that. I was like, I don't care, that's so attractive. So yeah, maybe that's why he never came up to me too. So forgot to mention that. Okay.